Welcome to this edition of San Angelo Rodeo Live, brought to you by Jim Bass Ford down at Houston Hart and Arden Road. I'm Joe Hyde. My co-host here is Ryan Chadwick. I think the theme for tonight, Performance 8, which happened on April 13th, 2024.
Saturday night.
I think the theme is Standings Overhaul. Now, we can't do this together because we're starting to sound like an NPR broadcast.
Okay, well, I thought you were going to let me go, but then you just kept talking because you like the sound of your own voice.
I love the sound of my own voice, but before we hear the sound of my own voice and all the great stuff we got coming, we got some good content. Before that we get all that, let's get to Jim Bass Ford and see what they got.
$399 per month. $399 per month on a new Ford Bronco Sport. The Bronco Sport is ready for adventure, and you can get a new Bronco Sport for only $399 per month. This deal is only at Jim Bass Ford, corner of Houston Hart at Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com. $399 per month on a new Ford Bronco Sport at Jim Bass Ford. Limited time offer.
Thank you, Jim Bass Ford. All right, bulldogging, or steer wrestling, as I say. We have a guy who we are starting to brand.
Yeah.
We brought him on our show, I think Thursday, or he was with Cole Harris. He made a bunch of predictions and stuff, and then he kind of fizzled during that
Okay, well, he didn't have a great first run, but that's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
But we told him that he needed to change his, branding. His name is Sam Powers, but his middle name is Houston. We said, you need to start saying Sam Houston Powers, because every Texas country band is 3 words, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing with bulldoggers. You gotta have 3 words. Sam Houston Powers.
And so, it'll give him more sponsors, or it'll make him, ride
Well, I mean,
better?
he was already on the Cowboy Channel. He must have been watching us.
Yeah.
He was on the Cowboy Channel saying, my middle name's Houston.
Anyway, so Sam Powers is from Sonora, Texas, Sutton County Cowboy.
And for James, he's a football player from Sonora Broncos.
Yeah, so our producer is one of the biggest Sonora Broncos high school football fans I know.
I mean, he will drive down to Sonora if the coach coughs.
Yep, hey, it's not a bad thing. The Sonora Broncos are really talented, right, but this isn't a football show. Let's get back to Sam Powers. I interviewed him after his run. He got a 4.5-second run today. It was much better than his first. He's out of the money, but the way we talked about it is more about the confidence it takes. I have to prove to myself that I can go out there and still get it done.
And you let him, make a call out to his sponsors.
I did. Oh, he also made fun of me for being short. Watch the start of this interview. He's looking over me.
All right, let's watch this.
All right, joining me is Sam Powers. Won today's round, fastest time at the evening show tonight in Performance 8. 4.5 seconds, Sam. How'd you feel about it?
Boys are going down through there, and then all of a sudden we wasn't anymore. Thank God it was over. I was ready to get away from him.
Yeah, now, in the first, I'm sorry, you're making me laugh. In the first round, obviously it's not the fastest time he wants. You can't win the average, but you told me before the interview started, you got to have confidence to get back out there and do it anyway. So just go ahead and expand on that.
Well, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. And you have to, there's over 100 rodeos a year, and you've got to know whether it goes good or bad that you can always get back up on the horse and keep trying. Never say quit.
And being from Sutton County, Sonora, Texas, you're right in our backyard. How do you compare the San Angelo Rodeo to all of the rodeos?
I love it. It's basically my biggest hometown rodeo, and I love the San Angelo Rodeo. Anything that happens with rodeo in San Angelo, Texas, my family's been there to support, and we love it. Can't get enough of it.
All right, again, this has been Sam Powers, Sutton County Cowboy, fastest time today in the steer wrestling, 4.5 seconds. Remember, all this timed event coverage is brought to you by Lip Chip.
Oh, can I get my sponsor?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
I'd like to thank my sponsors, too, Grogan's in San Angelo, Texas, and Capital Hatters in Stephenville, Texas.
All right, thanks, Sam. Appreciate it, man. All right, so that was Sam Powers. I'm telling you, I only spoke to him for about 5 to 10 minutes, but he's one of the funniest guys that I've talked to at this entire rodeo.
Well, did you see how he's standing over you at the very beginning? He
Yes.
really made you look short.
I straight up asked him, I was like, please don't. I was like, man, you're tall. I was like, don't make me feel short. And he literally just stood up over me.
He's making faces and stuff when he's doing it. But anyway, at the end, he wanted to call out his sponsors. Grogan's and Lip Chip have their the little thing, their display down there together.
Yeah,
so,
right next to each other.
With the Purina booth.
But yeah, needless to say, really nice guy. I had a very enjoyable conversation with him, and he's one of the funniest guys I've met at the rodeo so far. So yeah.
And all of these timed events with horses, except for barrel racing, is brought to you by Lip Chip. And let's go on to, I guess we need to go into rough stop.
Yep.
I can barely read this.
It is rough stock time, and we had a couple changes in the bareback tonight. Jacob Lease, he got an 86 and a half, and that really shuffled up the top 5. And so
he's in the top 3 now?
Yeah, he is number 3 in that top 3, headed into Performance 9 tomorrow.
Which, I mean, the bareback's been sitting there the same, for
a while, yeah. There might be 1 or 2 additions over 5 performances, but sorry to our former number 5 member, he's out, and Jacob Lease is in.
There you go.
But moving past that into the saddle bronc, we had another Cowboy join the top 12, which means he's going to have his shot at the finals. Isaac Diaz, he got an 86 today, and that's going to be hard to beat just because of how low they're scoring the saddle bronc this year. But
everyone's 86 and a half, even in bull
that's
riding.
bull riding, though. Bull riding is crazy. There's a 5-way tie for second place right now. But anyway, I caught up with Isaac Diaz after his ride, and let's go to that, James.
Does he make you look?
I'm here with Isaac Diaz. Just got an 86 in the saddle bronc. Led tonight in performance number 8. Isaac, just take me through that ride and tell me how you felt.
Felt good. It was a little touch and go. That horse was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I don't know. It felt good though. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get on that horse when I came here. I was supposed to have a different one, and it was sick, so I couldn't get on it. And then this one was kind of unheard of in the bronc ride, and it was an old bareback horse, but it's been great for years in that event, so I figured he'd be good.
Does it ever throw you off your game when the horse isn't standing exactly how you want it to in the beginning? Because I noticed that there was a bit of a delay before. Was the horse laying down or something?
He was leaning against the gate, squatting down, leaning against the gate. So, I mean, I'll usually take them when they're squatting, but not when they're leaning against the gate, because if they crack the gate, we could both fall out. All their weight's leaning against that side. It doesn't do anybody any good. So as soon as he picked his weight up and moved over, then I felt like I had a good shot at him. Didn't feel like he had an advantage on me at all, so it was fine.
Well, and obviously, the score showed, right? It didn't affect you too much because you still got in that 86. Now, about that 86, do you think it's going to be good enough to hold you till next week?
I do. I'm sure they'll get me a few times throughout the week, but I guess, crazier things have happened, but that's never not made the short round here before. So usually it's about 83 or so will make it back.
All right, again, this has been Isaac Diaz, Performance 8's round winner in the saddle bronc, got an 86 tonight. Thank you. And all of this saddle bronc rough stock coverage is brought to you by Ranch Hand Grill Guards, only available at Vehicle Accessories.
Yep, Vehicle Accessories on US 67 South, Ranch Hand Grill Guards.
No one likes a naked truck.
At all, especially, deer do.
Yeah, if
a deer sees a naked truck, they're going to run in front of it. Hey, James, let's play some Ranch Hand Grill Guards.
Your time together is priceless. The Midnight Series are American-made, steel front and rear end replacement bumpers for today's hard-working truck owners who are up before first light to work and stay up long after dark to play. Midnight front and rear bumpers take your truck to the next level of performance. Protect what you love and look good doing it with the Ranch Hand Midnight Series, built to take a hit.
Available now at Vehicle Accessories, US 67 South in San Angelo. VehicleACC.com. Continue into our rough stock. Looks like in bull riding, the bulls continue to win.
Okay.
And the Cowboys lost.
Yeah, I mean, you say continue to win. It was,
it's like every night. It's like.
But this one was different. It was total domination. There was one Cowboy who rode tonight.
Okay. Out of about, 12?
Yeah, there was 12 riders who went, and 11 Cowboys got bucked off.
Except for one.
Except for one.
But you know that one that didn't get bucked off, I bet you we got his interview.
Oh, yeah, I did.
We're good.
Yeah,
we're
good. I was waiting on it. But, I will say before we go to the interview, and the crazy thing was, it wasn't even like they almost rode it.
It was like, boom.
Yeah, there was only 2 or 3 even got to 6 seconds, And there were even, there were well-known Cowboys out there, like Trey Kimsey rode tonight, and, he won the Cent Shootout last year, or was it Bulls Night?
I don't remember.
He won one or the other, but So, there's big-name guys out there, and they brought big-name bulls. There was a couple NFR bulls there tonight, too, and they showed exactly why they're NFR bulls.
All right, so the guy that made it, what's his name? Cannon?
Cannon Cravens. Like, he's the only Cowboy he rode tonight. He got an 82.5, which didn't put him in that massive 5-way tie for second place.
At 86.5.
Yeah, but it did put him in the top 12. So, yeah, James, let's go to that interview. All right, I'm here with Connor Cravens, the only bull rider on Saturday night to ride a bull successfully. Got an 81.5. Connor, just take me through that ride real quick.
He was a pretty good bull. I'd seen a couple of videos of him before I had to get on him, but he's a younger 3-year-old bull, so he really don't know what he's going to do. So that's just one of them bulls you got to get on and give it all you got. And, I mean, you don't know where you'll end up in the arena. He's liable to go straight, go right, go left. You don't know. Just get a halt and ride.
And when you don't know what's coming, and I know you can never say, oh, yeah, I know exactly what this bull's going to do, but in that moment, like, what kind of balance and athleticism does that take?
Man, it takes a lot of strength and a lot of balance. Mainly it's just a mind game. If you tell yourself you're going to do it, man, you got confidence, you're ready to roll. I've been on, I can't even count. I've been on hundreds of bulls, and it comes natural to me now as long as my mind's in it and I'm ready to roll.
All right, well, at 81.5, you are in the top 12, and with the way that some of these bulls have been winning these nights, do you think that's going to be good enough to send you to the finals next week?
Yeah, it should be, unless they come in here tomorrow or the next day and ride everything, but I feel pretty confident about it.
All right, well, thanks again for joining me, Connor. And again, this has been Connor Cravens, and he just was the only Cowboy to ride on Saturday night, got himself in the top 12 with an 81.5, and all of this bull riding coverage has been brought to you by TriStar Fleet.
Anyway, this guy, he's a bull rider and all, so I respect that, but he's got a potty mouth.
I mean, you say that, it's a southern accent, a southern draw. I think he said shoot.
You think he said shoot?
I think he said shoot.
I don't know. You guys can tell us if you think he said shoot.
But anyway,
you might have to run it back and just listen to it real close.
I was talking to him before the interview started, and I like doing this a little bit, just like fun banter before the interview gets going. Yeah.
Did you talk about his two-tone hat?
I didn't, but I did.
You notice how it like blends in with our background?
I mean, it might have been our lighting too.
It's like his head's cut off.
Yeah. Anyway, what we're talking about, not how he was dressed, Joe. We were talking about how, because he was the only Cowboy to ride, I asked him, I'm like, do you like walk in the room afterwards and be like, yeah, I mean, I was the only guy to ride. What was wrong with me?
And when you say the only guy to ride, that means the only guy that got to 8 seconds tonight out of 12.
Out of 12.
1 out of 12.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, congratulations to Cannon Cravens on his successful ride.
And we'll assume you said shoot.
I don't assume that I can ride a bull and you did it and you're in the top 12, so good luck in the future.
You can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, our bull riding is brought to you by TriStar Fleet. TriStar Fleet has 2 convenient locations. They have the one up there, it's 3705 North Bryant. See, I'm starting to remember this from memory. And they have one in the 700 block of Knickerbocker Road, right across from ASCO. If you're going northeast on Knickerbocker, it's right before you get to Bryant. The Knickerbocker location has these things right here. This is what you call
a Mahindra.
A Mahindra, because these guys are the only Mahindra dealer in the area. But this is the new kind of thing. So, those utility vehicles, everyone has these very fancy utility vehicles.
Yeah.
This one harkens back to World War II. That's a Willie. And
so
it's called a Mahindra Rockstar HD.
Does it have a tractor engine in it?
It's got like a turbo diesel with 4 on the floor. I mean, this thing is like, pure driving. When you're driving, I actually drove it around the parking lot.
So it's millennial and Gen Z proof.
Yeah, millennials and Gen Z, if you can't drive a stick, you don't want it. But I'll tell you what, it looks, it's powerful. It can tow, I think 55 horsepower. It can tow 3,500 pounds, which, our trailer here probably weighs, what, 3,500 pounds?
Close to that, yeah.
No, it weighs more than that. It's got to weigh about, I don't know. But anyway, that's TriStar Fleet. You guys get down to TriStar Fleet. North Bryant, they have a lot of Mahindra tractors. And then on Knickerbocker location across from Masco, they have all the golf carts and the UTVs and the ATVs, those kinds of things.
Yep. And without further ado, it's that time of night, Joe. Let's get into scores.
Ready for scores. Everyone's been waiting for scores, and this is what got shaken up. Let's go.
In the bareback riding, we have Cooper Cook at 8.5, R.C. Lanningham at 87, Jacob Lease. That is your new third place member right there at 86.5, then followed by Ethan Mesrink with an 86 and Will Nordstrom with an 86. Following the bareback tonight in the steer wrestling, Matt Reeves still leads all in the average, which is the first go and the second go added together, not actually averaged out, with an 8.4. Don Payne, which was in the matinee performance, with an 8.5, and then Cole Walker in third place with an 8.7. Moving on in the team roping, we have a new leader, the team of Dustin Escasquiza, and I told him I would mess it up. Levi Lord with a 7.4 seconds. Look at that. He leads the average by a full second, followed by Corey Kidd and Tanner Braden, but a full second. They're not catching him. In the saddle bronc, Sage Newman still leads all saddle bronc riders at 87.5, followed by Lefty Holman at 87, and Court Shear with an 86.5 in a third place tie with Tyrell Roberts.
And Isaac Diaz.
Yep.
Our guy.
Yep, and our guy. Well, he got an 86, but tie down roping. Again, this is the average. Marty Yates leads with 15.5. Cash Cooper with 16.3. Ryan Jarrett with a 16.4, and Connor Blaze Atkinson with a 16.3. Breakaway roping average. Allie Masters still leads with 4.4 second in 2 runs. Timber Allenbrand 4.7. Kelsey Domer and Brooke Eddy are now tied 4.9. Kelsey Domer was in the matinee, has the fastest breakaway in the rodeo with 1.7. Barrel racing, Jimmy K. Cox, 30.39 seconds, now leads the entire rodeo. She had the fastest time tonight. She beat Donna K. Roll. She ran a 14.03. Finally, in the bull riding, J.R. Stratford still leads all bull riders from Performance 1 with the 90.
Because everyone else is tied at
I swear,
86.5.
One of these days you're going to let me read the bull riding. One of these days. 5-way tie for second place.
Anyway, this has been San
3 shows in a row.
3 shows in a row. We need to. I mean, these judges. Who gave them 86.5s? I know there's 2 judges.
Somebody just give them an 87.
Yeah, someone give someone an 87. Let's move these things out. Anyway, this has been Angelo Rodeo Live for the 8th performance on Saturday night, April 13th, 2024. I'm Joe Hyde. That's Ryan Chadwick. We hope that you're enjoying this, and if you are, tune in tomorrow. We got a pregame show for the Extreme Bulls.
Yes. Oh, and remember, all of this coverage of the rodeo can be found after the fact only on SanAngeloLive.com.
Like, that's where you can find about Sam Houston.
Exactly.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.